up, guys? It is K-Central here, and I'm bringing you guys another discussion video for you guys today. Just the news has just stopped, it seems, and it's real sad that that's happened, but I guess there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm gonna make another discussion video for you guys. Make sure to check out my last video to see what all that's about. But anyways, this topic was just brought up recently, and everyone's been making videos about it, so I just thought I'd make a separate video about it as well. I keep mentioning it like every single time it's talked about, but I just feel like it needs to be in a separate video. So yeah, let's just get into the topic. So in a recent interview with GameSpot at E3 2016, which was last week, and of course it was fucking awesome. I can't describe how much awesome was there last week, but anyways, Ty's always interviewed by GameSpot, and they asked him whether or not the HD remixes will be coming to PS4 or not. His response was, "We haven't come to a decision and nothing is announced yet. We listen to our fans and our players and see what they think about it, and yeah, I'm not ruling it out, but we're not making an announcement just yet." And then the hype just went all crazy for this possibility even happening, and everyone was making posts about it, everyone was making videos about it. I made a video about it, of course, because it's kind of my job here. And there was even a petition made on change.org to get the thing onto next gen, and I'm not really all for petitions like that, but anyways, this was such a sliver of hope for us people who really want this to actually happen. And if you remember, like back almost a year ago, Tetsuya Nomura made a statement saying that there were no plans to make the HD remixes for PS4, and that kind of upset a lot of people, including me, but they just said they had no plans for it. They didn't say they didn't rule it out necessarily, so hey, still nice to know that it's still on the table. And of course, I am one of the people who actually want this to happen, so this got me really excited, and I just thought, you know what, why don't I make a separate video why exactly I think the HD remixes of Kingdom Hearts should come to PS4 and Xbox One. I know a lot of people don't agree with that statement necessarily, but let me explain. So let's first talk in general why it should come to next gen. So if you are not aware, the HD remixes, both 1.5 and 2.5, and probably 2.8 as well, were created specifically to help people understand the story of Kingdom Hearts before they get into Kingdom Hearts 3. Because as we all know as Kingdom Hearts fans, the story for people who really don't play the games that much is really complicated and hard to wrap your mind around. Hell, I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around it, and I have a YouTube channel about it. So yeah, it can get complicated if you don't play as many of the games. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is probably going to be a humongous game in terms of story. It's going to be wrapping up all the stuff that's been going on in the current saga, the Xehanort saga, and everything's just going to be finished there, so people really need a good foundation before going on to Kingdom Hearts 3 about the story, and those are what the HD remixes are made for. So I'm glad that they did that to help people get a good foundation for the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. But here's the problem. They were made for PS3, not PS4 and Xbox One, which is the two platforms the game is going to be released on. So doesn't that make it kind of redundant if you're going to release the thing that you're supposed to build up a game for and not release it on the platforms the game is actually going to be on? But I'm not going to give them that much crap for it, because when 1.5 was actually released, the PS4 wasn't even out yet. It was a couple months before it was actually released. And when the PS4 was released, 2.5 for the PS3 was well into development. So they did not want to waste that time and just scrap it and put it on the PS4. So I'm not going to give them that much crap for it, I understand. But I still kind of find it redundant that they released the HD remixes, which were helped to build up a story on the system that the game was not going to be on. So in my opinion, that was kind of poor planning. Again, in my opinion, you could think differently or otherwise. It's still cool that they got released, but I wish they would have released it on the PS4 and Xbox One. We'll get into that later. So I think they should conform to that plan that they had a while ago and actually release it on next gen, because that's what they're made for, and you're kind of limiting the market there if you're releasing it on the PS3, because not everyone who owns an Xbox One and PS4 owns a PS3, and I don't think the majority of people out there are going to go get a specific system just to play these games. And you're also releasing 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue on the PS4, which leads straight into Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's going to confuse people even more because they won't have any idea what's going on. They'll need that story backing for Point 2 because they haven't played Birth by Sleep. And Kingdom Hearts Key back cover, they'll have no idea what's going on because they didn't play Kingdom Hearts Key at all, or Unchained Key. So I hope there will be an explanation of what's going on before each of these games starts, so people don't get as confused as much, but I digress. And Dream Drop Distance, which is more available to general audiences who haven't played a Kingdom Hearts game before, it's more easier to get into, but it still needs that kind of story backing behind it. Granted, 2.8 is kind of more for more hardcore fans of the series like us, but when the general audience gets Kingdom Hearts 3, because there's a lot of hype around that, a lot of people haven't played the other games yet, you really do need that story backing, and if they want to go to the full extent of that plan, they need to release these things onto PS4, and especially Xbox One. And again, that's probably going to make a lot of people mad who's watching this video, and a lot of people will disagree with me, but just hear me out, alright? So like I said multiple times in this video, these HD remixes were made to help people get a good story backing for Kingdom Hearts before getting into Kingdom Hearts 3, because Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have a lot of stuff to do with previous Kingdom Hearts games, and a lot of people are going to get confused if they're a general audience member, because a lot of people are going to buy Kingdom Hearts 3, since it's so hyped up. And I'm also guessing these games were also made to help get more people into the Kingdom Hearts series, but I digress. But guess what other platform Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be on, aside from the PS4? Yeah, the Xbox One. And I know a lot of people don't like that's coming out on Xbox One. I'm completely fine with it. I don't have a problem with it. But that doesn't change the fact that they're still doing it. I mean, so far, it seems like they're still doing it. It still says on the website that it's going to be coming out on Xbox One as well. So there's not really much changing that now. If they do that, that'd probably be a dumb decision. But I'll talk about that in a whole separate video if they do that. But also, guess what? Not a single Kingdom Hearts game has ever been even conceived being released on an Xbox platform ever before Kingdom Hearts 3. It's mainly been a PlayStation and Nintendo, well, handheld-wise franchise. And you have this big penultimate game in a series releasing on a platform it's never even been on. Final Fantasy 15 was still released on Xbox One, and a lot of Final Fantasy games have been released on that, so I don't see why they wouldn't do that with Kingdom Hearts 3. It's been a part of the plan for a while, so I think they're going to stick with it. And since that's the case, they absolutely need a story backing for Kingdom Hearts 3 on this system, because it's never been on a single one of their platforms before. Not a single Xbox console has had a Kingdom Hearts game, and they just need that, because Kingdom Hearts 3 needs a lot of story backing. I mean, I guess they'll make it kind of accessible for general audiences, but you'll still need to know what's going on in the actual game to really understand the scale of this game. So they really need to release these HD remixes on Xbox One. I think it's really necessary that they do that. So I know a lot of people don't want them to do that. I know a lot of people aren't even thinking of that because they really do not like Kingdom Hearts on Xbox at all. But it doesn't change the fact that they're still doing it. They could change that down along the line again, but again, that's going to be another topic all in itself. So they need that on there. So they need to release all these HD remixes and 2.8 on the Xbox One. And I know what a lot of you are going to say. KH Central, the specs of the Xbox One are probably much more different than the PS4. No, they're essentially the same. There was a video I saw a while back from John Carmack, who is like the guy to go to for game programming. He's a fucking genius, I swear to God. And he took a look at the platforms, and he said, well, they're essentially the same. It's pretty much the same exact thing. And you're hearing that from John Carmack, the creator of Doom and one of the best programmers and smartest people out there. So if you're hearing that from that kind of tech guy, it's pretty credible that they're probably essentially the same. And they also have the exact same architecture, PC architecture, which is really easy to program for. So it wouldn't be that hard to translate a PS4 game onto the Xbox One. And I know what a lot of other people are going to say, oh, well, Square Enix is not releasing that many games on Xbox One anymore. They gave up on that platform, so they wouldn't release it on there. But still, they went with the plan on Final Fantasy 15. So they still should probably go with that for Kingdom Hearts 3. And doesn't change the fact that they need that backing on there. So that is kind of gone. And what it mainly devolves into is fanboyism, and they're all like, oh, Xbox sucks. Xbox doesn't deserve Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation forever. Xbox can go suck a dick. You know what I mean? So I really do not think fanboyism is going to help in that argument. So yeah, I don't really see a viable reason why the HD mixes shouldn't come onto Xbox One. But the argument I find the most, and one that I find most credible, is that the HD mixes should be released on next gen because that would take development time away from Kingdom Hearts 3, and I completely agree with that. I agree. If the Osaka team made it. I completely agree that after 2.8, all the Osaka team needs to focus on right now is Kingdom Hearts 3. That's all they need to do right now, because that backing is all done. It's all gone. All they need to focus on is getting that game out, and if you add another thing in there entirely, that would just create 10 times more problems. So I propose that another one of Square Enix's developers that they work with often port those games onto PS4 and Xbox One, because that would be 10 times easier, and they could just focus exclusively on Kingdom Hearts 3, the Osaka team, just from now on. So that's what I propose for that, and I think that would just be 10 times easier. But will it actually come out? Who knows? It's just a dream that a lot of people, including me, are having to be released on there, and I feel is kind of necessary. But if they don't, I guess that's that. I can't really do anything about that. I'm not a businessman over at Square Enix, so I can't do anything. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if they actually go ahead with it. If they actually see this video, hi Square Enix, I'm a big fan. And also, listen to the things I'm saying in this video, because I think this would be sound advice. I don't think they're going to be watching this video, but if it does, hey, what's up? So yeah, that's all I want to talk about with you guys today. Make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion on this topic. Do you think it should come to PS4 and Xbox One? Make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion. Make sure to have healthy discussion in the comments, because I really think this topic devolves into name calling a lot of the times. So make sure to have healthy discussion in the comments section below. I encourage disagreements in there, because people have different opinions, and if you have a different opinion, that's fine. I'm willing to hear what you have to say. That's what discussions are all about. So please don't just devolve into name calling and all that stuff. So yeah, just be responsible. Make sure to subscribe and like this video, because that'd be really awesome if you did. And this has been K Central, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that's going to be. So yeah, bye.